My fellow bassists, welcome back. You're trying to learn a fast bass line like Panic Attack or Hysteria. You start by learning it at a slow tempo and then gradually increase the tempo. Everything goes well initially, but at some point you hit a wall, and no matter how much you practice, you just can't break through it. Everyone tells you to stop tensing up when you try and play fast, but that's about as helpful as telling a homeless person to just buy a house. You need foolproof exercises and methods that are designed specifically to help you break through that wall, which for most bassists happens around 120 to 140 BPM depending on the bass line. And that's assuming we're playing 16th notes. I've prepared 4 exercises for you today, and I promise if you watch this video all the way through and put these 4 exercises and methods into practice, you're going to find it much easier to play faster. The first exercise is one that members of my Patreon will already be familiar with. It's the speed bursts exercise. Have a listen and watch my hands. The reason this exercise works so well is that you're alternating back and forth between your comfort zone and your growth zone. If this is your first time playing the exercise, the fast parts will probably feel unnatural and even sloppy at first, and that's completely fine. The whole point of this exercise is to get you used to that feeling of playing fast, and then you can tighten it up later. And I'll give you this analogy again. You're never going to learn to run if you just walk a little bit faster incrementally every day, because running uses a whole different technique and set of muscles.
I ran clear to the ocean.
At some point, you just have to try running, and that's exactly what this exercise does in a musical sense and in a non-overwhelming way. You can get the full exercise along with the tabs and backing tracks on Patreon down below. Okay, the next one is what I call the pendulum method, because we're going to swing the bass line in both directions. And this works really well for bass lines that are a constant stream of fast notes like Hysteria or the high part in Orion. The first step is to figure out the tempo of the bass line that you're trying to learn, and you're going to cut that tempo in half. So for Orion in the faster sections, the tempo is 128 BPM, but we're going to cut it and play it at 64 BPM. Then we're going to practice it at that tempo, except we're going to put a really heavy swing on it like this. Then we play it again at this slow tempo, but this time we put a heavy reverse swing on it like this. It sounds really weird right now, I know, but trust me, this method works in a pretty magical way. Now, when you try and play it at full tempo, you'll realize that it's much easier than it was before. The reason that this method works is when you play the bass line with a very heavy swing, you're basically playing half the notes at a very fast tempo. Then when you reverse the swing, you're playing the other half of the notes at a very fast tempo. So you've essentially practiced the whole bass line at a fast tempo, except you've cut it in half to make it more manageable. Try this method with any bass line that's a fast stream of 16th notes like Come On Girl by the Chili Peppers or Panic Attack by Dream Theater. Okay, the next method is what I call pre-shifting. When we first start learning bass, we're usually told to just shift position when we need to. This works fine at a slow tempo, but as soon as you try and play fast, you just can't keep up with all the movement around the fretboard. What you need to do instead is called pre-shifting. This just means that instead of waiting until the last minute to shift, you already shift the second you're done in the first position. This sounds very obvious, but it's not something that most of us bassists do naturally, and so it's something that you have to practice over and over again to make it become just part of your default playing technique. Try playing this exercise with me now and make sure to shift to the new position as soon as you're done with the old position. It's very important that you practice those quick pre-shifts even at the slow tempo where it might not feel 100% necessary, because then when you get to the fast tempo, you need to already have that ingrained into your playing. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to handle fast tempos like this. This method is especially useful for learning fast bass lines that have gaps in there and move around the fretboard a lot. Something like Sir Duke, the bass break in that one. Okay, the last exercise addresses a slightly different problem. One of the reasons that your technique collapses at faster tempos is just because of awkward string crossings that you haven't really got used to yet. You know those bass lines like Teen Town and Dean Town that feel kind of awkward to play? It's mostly because of the tricky string crossings rather than the actual speed. In particular, one of the most awkward string crossings is when you have to use your middle finger on the A string and then your index finger on the G string. If you rotate your wrist slightly towards the bridge, that can help, but you also just need to practice doing this over and over again.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
And that's exactly what this next exercise is designed to do. Make sure to copy my right hand fingering exactly. I've labeled each note with either an I for index finger or M for middle finger. Like with all these exercises, that one's probably going to feel weird at first, so just keep doing it over and over again until it starts to feel natural. And remember, the only way that you're ever going to be able to play fast with ease is if you practice using these methods on as many bass lines and exercises as you can. That's the part that unfortunately I can't do for you, but I can tell you that if you're looking for bass lines and exercises to learn, there's a huge library on my Patreon, all that come with high quality playthrough videos, tabs and backing tracks, and also a community of over 15,000 fellow bassists to improve alongside with. Just tap the link in the description if you're interested. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next lesson.